sun is coming in really bright over there. Also, I'm off center, Nug, because you're in the way. I'm off center. There's a boy on the floor where the camera normally is. Well, hopefully this is fine. Hello, welcome back to the corner. My name is Leigh. I am a crafter here in Pittsburgh, PA, and this is where we sit and chat about what I've been up to. I have some things to chat with you about today. I cannot remember if there are a couple of things that I may have mentioned before. Sir, we can't be doing that during this. The sound of your licking is gonna trigger people. All right. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I filmed. I did just, in the past couple of days, edit and upload the last episode. So I know what I mentioned in the last episode, but I cannot remember, like, overall what has been mentioned. But I do have new cast-ons today to show you. I have my one and only acquisition, which is my K-Drama Yarn Club, and I have a finished object. I have a couple of finished objects. I have finished a couple of things, but I don't have two of them with me. I have already mailed them off, and I have one finished object physically here to show you. I have my newest mug here today. This is from Sullen Whimsy. She is local, I think. I'm pretty sure she's local here to Pittsburgh. But I picked this up at the Allentown Night Market, and look at its little feet. It's so cute. It's white all on the interior as well, this drippy glaze. It's so nice. I love this mug. My handmade mug collection continues to grow. All right, we're gonna go a little bit out of order today, and I'm gonna show you my acquisition first because I wanna get it out of the way. Don't want to forget about it. Not that I would have forgotten about it, but hey ho, we're here. I'm gonna show you my acquisition first. We don't confine ourselves to rules here. All right, my first acquisition, my only acquisition. Let me know below if you are interested in seeing acquisition stuff that is not just yarn related, because I have been picking up a decent amount of sewing things from work, but didn't think that you would be super interested in it, so I didn't bother bringing them over here to show you. But let me know if I'm wrong. Move you back to where you're supposed to be. He has left to go lay on his little bed under my workbench. All right, acquisitions. First, we're gonna do an honorable mention acquisition. I got my Patreon sticker for this month from my friend Rachel. I'm gonna link her down below because I'm subscribed to her sticker club, and I don't do sticker club anymore on my own Patreon. I don't have anything going on my Patreon anymore since I have quit illustrating for work. But I still get stickers from my friend Rachel's sticker club, and they're so cute. And the club for June was a balloon dog. I love him. Now, my yarn acquisition is June's K-Drama Yarn Club from Bumblebee Acres Farm. If you are new here, I am subscribed to, it's not really a subscription, like it's not auto billed every month. I have to purchase it every month, and I have to actively remember to purchase it every month. But Bumblebee Acres is doing a K-Drama club. It started in February, and every month it's a different K-drama and a sock set inspired by that K-drama. So this past one was June's K-drama. It is Our Beloved Summer, and that's the little sticker. This is one that I actually don't think I have watched. I think there was one, maybe two on the list that I had not watched because they went ahead and released the list for the whole year. This may be the only one I hadn't watched. That is neither here nor there because I got it and it is beautiful. And this is it. It's so fun. It's got these like bright, almost pastel primary colors going on. and then all these black speckles. I always get it on the Coquette sock base because it is my favorite, which is a 75% superwash Corriedale at 25% nylon, main and mini. All right, that is it for acquisitions. Done right up front. Now FOs, finished objects today. I finished 2 pairs of socks. I finished both of the socks for my brother that I mentioned in the last episode. I did not make project pages for them and I did not take photos of them, and I am a little bit mad at myself. I actually really want to sit down today and do project pages because I haven't in like months. I haven't touched project pages. I have a lot of things to update, so I think I'm just gonna like do a big batch update and take a whole bunch of photos and make a whole bunch of new pages, update what's already up there. So my brother's socks pages may just get pictures of yarn. I'm not sure. I think I might have whip photos of them, but I talked about them last episode. So if you want to know more details about those, they were in the last episode. They're both done. Both the red pair and the purplish gray pair. The yarn was called Peggy. They're both Malabrigo sock, ultimate sock, and they're done. I need a break. Hold on. Where'd all the time go? My God. Sorry for the brief interlude. It was really brief for you, but I had a bathroom emergency, so tea's not hot anymore, that's for sure. The dog left and was laying in the bed like a person. Sounds like he's coming back in here to join me now. No, maybe not. Let's get back to the podcast. All right. FOs. Told you about my finished socks. Now I have a finished sewing project. Oh, I made a bag. I sewed a bag, a project bag. I used a tutorial that I will link. Hold on, I have a thread. I will link the tutorial I used down below, but I made this bag using fabric that I got from work. And I wanted to make a bigger project bag, a little bit more involved. And it is imperfect, but I really love it. I made this. Look at this fabric. It's got birds, it's got flowers, it's got butterfly. I love it. So the front of it has this big pocket that is quilted, and it has this nice pop of yellow, which it also matches. The straps have yellow underneath and a yellow zip. The zipper is the one thing that I need to work on a bit, I think, but it's only my second zipper ever. And then on the inside we have this plaid. I was going to use the same this yellow for the lining, but I didn't have enough, so I found this plaid and I really liked it. So that's the lining. And it also has an inside pocket that has one big flower on it. So cutie little inside pocket. And it is like shawl sized, I would say. Shawl or 2 to 3 skein project sized bag, and I'm really happy with it. I think it is so cute. I did this purely from a video tutorial, like I said, that I will link below, and I did it over a couple of days. And that's my only other finished object. I do, though, have an update on a project that has been a long-standing whip that is now no longer a long-standing whip. But I will get to that when I get to that. Actually, we can start there. Why not? We don't always have to work our way up to things. Let's talk about it. So I have here in my dragon bag from Woodsy and Wild. This is a bag that we have not seen in a while. I bought this bag, I started a project, put the project in it, and it has been that project in this bag the entire time I've had this bag. I've only been able to use this bag for one project until now. This bag housed my twigs by Junko Okamoto. And if you have been here for a while, you may have seen it before. If not, this may be new to you. But I had started a twigs like 2 years ago. It has been a while. Twigs, if you do not know, is an all-over colorwork fingering weight sweater. I was using Pearl Soho linen quill for it. And I decided that it was finally time to make a decision on this thing, because I would pick it up every once in a while and I would maybe knit like 5 or 6 rounds and then I'd get sick of it, and I still, after 2 years, had not even gotten to the sleeve split. So I decided that it was time, and I decided to frog it. I frogged it. I got rid of my twigs and I started something new using that yarn, and I'm already way farther on this project than I was on my twigs. So I am using Pearl Soho's linen quill. I have 3 colors because that's what the twigs called for. Let's see if I have tags. I do have a project page for my twigs still up on my project pages, so you can see the colors there. Maybe by the time this is up, I'll have a project page for this project as well. We'll see. But it's 3 gorgeous colors of Pearl Soho linen quill, and I am making the Moon Crush pullover by Jacqueline C. Slack. So exciting. So these are my 3 colors. Very me. I think I may need to order a second skein of this color because I have plenty of yarn, but I need less of the main color and more of the contrast colors for this particular project than I did for the twigs. And I think I might not have enough of this yellow for the sleeve, because one sleeve is supposed to be one color and the other sleeve is supposed to be the other color. And I love that. I think I would rather purchase another skein of this than modify it to have 2 sleeves that are the same color. But TBD, we will see how that actually goes, because I'm not there yet. And I still have quite a bit of this left, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I may just need to do like the cuff in a contrast or something. But for progress on this thing, I have finished the front. This is a pieced sweater. The front is knit and then the back is knit, and then it is the sleeves are added on. It's a little bit wrinkly because I actually did already block the front because I wanted to check the size. It looked a little bit small. I am knitting the size 48 and I thought I was being on gauge, but I think I might be a little bit off. So I did go ahead and block the front just to like see what size it ended up. And it's been sitting in the bottom of the bag folded, so it's a little bit wrinkly, but this is what the front is looking like. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh. This is an intarsia pattern, and it went super fast, especially considering it is a fingering weight sweater. It comes with lots of different options, cropped versus full length, crew versus scoop neck. I am doing the cropped length with a crew neck, but I did add a couple of inches to the body. I added 1.5 or 2 inches to the body just to give me a little bit of extra length. And this fabric is so nice. It's so lightweight. It's beautiful. Like, look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I am really enjoying this. It has been a lot of fun. I have started the back piece and I'm just working my way through the ribbing here for the back. Like, look how small it looks. It is ribbing and it's also not blocked, but yeah, I'm getting close to finishing the ribbing here on the back piece. I have gotten a little bit distracted by other projects that I will show you in just a moment, because we have knit-alongs. We have knit-alongs happening, and they've just been a teeny bit distracting. All right, let's pack this back up. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Oh, I'm knitting the size 48, which should have been plenty. It's anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of positive ease, depending on like the size I am at the moment. It's number 4. I guess I didn't triple check my gauge. Like, I checked my gauge and then I double checked my gauge, and it was almost bang on. I think it was bang on. But yeah, I'm knitting the size 48. Like I said, the only modification I'm doing is I added a couple of inches to the body. And that's it. All right, that's that. I'm a little bit foggy today. I've been a little bit foggy this past week. I don't know what's going on. So I apologize if that is affecting my conversation today. The next whip I'm going to show you is, we'll do this one in this little bag that I made. Just simple drawstring bag. We have my Manhattan hat. And this has been getting a little bit of work because it is like the vanilla knitting that I've been taking places. And I took it to Knit Group last Thursday. And I am knitting this. It's a little bit wrinkly. It looks like someone laid on it. I am using Ex Libris fibers in the colorway Glass Floored Stacks. This is the Shelly base. It is a 100% non-superwash Merino Rambouillet blend. And this is what my Manhattan hat is looking like. Oh, it's a pattern by Tori Yu. And I have gotten a good few inches done on this since you saw it last. It is an all over 1x1 ribbed hat, so it will be nice and stretchy. I did try it on the other day and it does fit around my head. It's finally long enough that I can try it on. I am going to be knitting mine long enough that I will be able to fold up the brim once, because I don't think that an unfolded brim is very flattering on me. But I think I'm about 7 inches now. Yeah, I'm at about 7 inches and I need to knit it to at least 9.5 to get my folded brim. I am going to try to knit as far as I can with the yarn I have. I just want to use up as much of the yarn as I can. So we will see. I still feel like I have a good bit. This is a pretty dense ball here. So I feel like I still have a pretty good amount. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Everything I'm just kind of winging. It's been a time. This brain fog is really kicking my ass. So that is my whip. My only hat whip. It is, I am knitting the size medium, adult medium for that. Next whip is in my yellow plaid world market bag. I have done more stuff on my, I have done more work on my fragmentation shawl. This is a pattern by Stephen West. It is a modular shawl, big boy shawl. It is 7 skeins of fingering weight yarn. I am using 7 skeins of Coast to Coast Yarn Co.'s Mush Club colorways, and I am using an MCN base, which is a merino cashmere nylon. And this is what mine is looking like. If you've seen it before, it doesn't look much different. I mean, it is. I've done quite a bit on it, but it looks the same every time. These are my 7 colors, from the brown to the purple. And since you saw it last, I was good again, and I marked it. Last time you saw it, I was here in this brown stripe on the 5th wedge. And since then, I have knit this many more stripes. So still not quite done with the brown 5th wedge but I did do 9 more stripes and started a 10th. So we are making progress. I'm still really enjoying working on this, so it still gets work pretty regularly. I'm just not in a hurry. I'm just not. I have been weaving in ends and trimming as I go. This is the back side. I have a couple of odd ends here and there that will need to be woven in, but overall I've been pretty proud of how I'm keeping up with it. So that's my fragmentation, my shroomy fragmentation shawl. Cannot wait for this to be finished, although I will miss working on it. This is definitely a process knit for me right now. It's very good. Very, very good. Highly recommend it. I have 3 more whips. I've just been in the mood to cast things on and not in the mood to finish anything. So I have a few things to show you. Well, first of all, I did my Moon Crush tank, or my Moon Crush pullover. That was a cast on, although I don't count, like it was a good cast on because it was also frogging an old whip. So that's great. I also started a top for my friend that I was going to talk about in this episode, but I'm not going to right now because it is currently in timeout because the gauge is off. So I need to like reassess. But I have 3 new cast-ons to show you. I don't think I had started this one in the last episode, but I have in my Skelly bag. This is one that I made last year. Just another simple drawstring bag. I have the socks I'm knitting for the YBD Summer Sock Cow, which is the sock knit along that my local yarn store hosts every year. And I have finished 1 whole sock. This is also using Ex Libris fibers. Same dyer who dyed the yarn for my hat that I just showed you. And this is the Baba Yaga sock set. And I work at the yarn store, so I'm participating, but I'm not eligible for prizes or anything. So I'm doing mine DK weight. I'm holding my yarn double. The main color is called Baba Yaga, and the contrast color, this blue, is called Vasilisa, I think. But I just did like a couple of fun stripes for the cuff, one for the toe, and then the heel in the blue, all in the blue. And look at the colors in this yarn. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much. So I finished 1 complete sock. I am not technically following a pattern, but I use the counts from the K of the Crazy Sock Lady. I use her counts for DK weight socks. And I have started the second one. Only just. I cast on and I got through the first section of the main color just to where I was supposed to start this first blue stripe. And then I set them down and didn't work on them for a while. So that's where I am with those. These fly by. I think I'm going to be keeping a pair of DK weight socks on the needles indefinitely, just so that I can get through some of my sock yarn faster. Because I personally only wear my socks like during the cold weather months mostly as house socks. I don't usually wear them in shoes, except for like Crocs or maybe Birkenstocks or something. I'm not a big hand knit socks in shoes kind of person. So there's no reason I can't wear DK weight socks just as easily. So I'm going to be trying to crank through some of my sock yarn with some DK weight socks. I also purchased, I forgot to mention this in acquisitions because I forgot it existed, but at Knit Group the other night, I purchased a new set. I purchased a new needle for DK weight socks. Normally I use DPNs because that's what I have for DK weight socks. you know, in the appropriate size. But I decided that I was going to buy a second pair of needles so that I could maybe have more than one pair of DK weight socks going at a time, and decided to get a needle for Magic Loop DK weight socks. So I got a 32-inch US 3. These are the Addy Lace. My number one preference are the Addy Rockets, but we did not have them in the correct size and length at the time, so I got the lace ones. The lace ones are a pretty good second option for Addies specifically. I do not like Addy Turbos, but the lace are nice and pointy. This is the weird like gold finish version, which does smell a little bit weird, but it kind of goes away. You kind of get used to it. It's fine. So yeah, I got those. Before I start casting on more DK weight socks, I went ahead and cast on 2 more pairs of fingering weight socks. Here's how it goes. So the other night, yeah, not last night, night before last, I was gearing up for, let me think about how to say this. Night before last, I was getting really excited for Sock Week to start, which started on Sunday. Today is Monday. Happy Sock Week to those who are participating. I was really excited for it, but I couldn't cast on before midnight. So to tide myself over, cast on another new pair of socks, not for Sock Week. I started a pair of like Christmas in July socks. I don't personally get really into the whole Christmas in July thing. I think it's a little bit weird because the whole point of Christmas, like the whole winter holiday season, everything that I celebrate in it doesn't exist in July. So it's whatever. But there are a pair of Christmas socks that I've been wanting to cast on, and I just did it. I wanted something that was a little bit different. I didn't want to cast on, you know, another pair of superwash merino socks. I don't know, I just wanted something different. So I cast on, I mentioned these a while ago, so I don't know if any of you will remember, but I cast on the Comfort and Joy socks. This is a pattern by This Handmade Life. And they're just really cute Christmassy socks. They are 3 colors, and I am using 3 colors of John Arbin Textiles Exmoor sock, which is a 60% Exmoor Blueface, 20% Corriedale, 10% Zorbles, and 10% nylon sock yarn. I'm using 3 colors. Do not ask me which color is which, but I'm using the colors Aggie, Mizzle, and Himmel. I don't know which is which. And I have just started the increases for the strong heel. I'm not doing the traditional red, white, and green like the sample. I am doing gray, green, and a different green. And I adore how they're turning out. They look a little bit less Christmas without the red. But look how beautiful. In the picture I showed you, you couldn't really see that this was the main part of the sock is a 1x1 stripe, or a single round stripe. It's actually a helically striped, so that's really nice. And they got the little light green berries on there, which are more obvious in person, I think, than they were just on camera. So those are my 3 colors that I'm using. So pretty. This project is in my Christmas project bag from Jenny of Mountain State Stitches. It's slightly small for the project because I have 3 50-gram skeins of yarn in there, but they fit with the sock. I also have a progress keeper on here, a Christmas progress keeper from Lock and Lou. It is a poinsettia. These are a lot of fun. I started these late Saturday night. I love how they're turning out. I'm knitting there's two sizes in the pattern, size medium and large, and I'm knitting the size medium. Yesterday morning, I cast on my Sock Week socks. And because vanilla socks just are not where it's at for me right now, I cast on a pattern sock. And I wanted to stay on theme for Sock Week and make sure everything was like beach/ocean themed. And the only like beachy bag I have is I do have like my octopus bag, which is ocean themed, but it's got something in it. And then my only other bag is beachy themed, and it is my Barbie bag from Junk Yarn. And it's beachy, but also kind of big. So there's a lot of extra room in here, which is fine. In here, I have my sock set that I picked out with the help from some of my friends over in Discord. Y'all helped me pick out which sock set to cast on. This is a sock set from the Yarn Baker. I love her yarn. This is a tweed sock base. It is 85% superwash merino wool and 15% neps. And it is the color Mahi Mahi. And this is what it looks like, the sock set. These are the two, these are the two colors. Gorgeous. And I am knitting the pattern Stillwater Socks by Summerly Designs. A really beautiful like faux cable textured sock, not too complicated but interesting enough. And they're called Stillwater, so they're water themed. And I am working my way down the leg of this sock. I have this much done. These are my Sock Week socks. They are so beautiful. The back is vanilla, and I have a Shark Progress Keeper on here from 4 Hooks for Loves, who is currently taking a break on Etsy. This is how it's going. This is how Sock Week is going. I am going to finish the leg today, and I don't know, maybe start on the heel. Well, I'm just following my heart with everything I do right now. It's the only way I'm making it. These I am knitting the size adult medium, just medium. I did modify this pattern a bit. It calls for a 3x1 cuff or a 2x1 cuff. It calls for a 2x1 cuff, and then you change your stitch counts for the rest of the sock. I didn't do that. I just cast on the final amount and did a 2x2 cuff and just went on from there. And I think it's fine. I didn't want to have to think about it. So, God, this color is so good. It is Deep Stash, but I've looked at it so many times and I'm so glad I'm finally knitting it up. And this tweed really just, so tasty. So all I've been doing is, for this past day and a half or so, is I've only had these two socks sitting on the couch, and I've just been bouncing back and forth between the two of them. I have been struggling with socks lately, as you may or may not know. But these two patterned fun socks, and having both of them that I can bounce back and forth between, they're really doing it for me right now. So I'm just gonna ride this wave. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm actually keeping both of the patterns in the big bag because there's room for them in there. And these socks are so different, but now they're like siblings. And that's it for whips. That's all I got. Like I said, I had that other project that I had started, but it's in hibernation now. I've been doing a little bit of sewing. I showed you the bag I finished, but I also cut out pieces for like lots more bags. Just basic drawstring bags like this one and this one. I cut out pieces for more of those. I harvested my first 2 tomatoes from my garden this morning. Very exciting. They're cherry tomatoes. My cherry tomatoes are all starting to ripen now, so we're about to be inundated with cherry tomatoes. I have some big purple like beefsteak tomatoes out there that have not started to ripen yet, but they're getting pretty big. They're like maybe fist-sized, almost fist-sized now, but they haven't started to turn, so I'm excited for those. They're gonna be big. The plant itself, when I bought it, said that the fruit were supposed to be 10 to 16 ounces. A 1 pound tomato? That's huge. That's so big. So I probably stop a little while before they're ready. I have blooms, buds on my sunflowers in the garden. So those will be blooming soon, which is so exciting. Very excited about that. And I harvested all of our garlic from the garden. I had a garlic harvest. Brad and I both went out and dug up all of the garlic. I had to brush all the garlic, you know, clean all the dirt off of it, and I bundled it up and they are hanging in the basement curing. So in about 3 weeks maybe, we are going to have garlic, and I'm very excited about it. I put a date in my calendar. What's the date? A little over 3 weeks, about a month. Still about a month. It was only a few days ago that I harvested the garlic. In about a month, the garlic will be ready. And I just cross your fingers that it goes well, because I've never cured garlic before, and I hope it's fine. The basement kind of smells like garlic. That's all the exciting things that have been going on. Yeah, just garden stuff. Garden stuff, work, living, trying to relax in my spare time. I am still playing Tears of the Kingdom, which is great. I have beaten most of the main storyline, almost all of the main storyline, and am now in the phase where I am going to stop pursuing the main storyline and I'm going to do everything else in the game. So I have another couple hundred hours ahead of me, I think, just doing all of the completionist shit. But I'm still looking forward to it. It's my favorite part. So yeah, I think that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me again. Yeah, I will see y'all next time.